everybody, welcome back to Hypixel Skyblock, and today I am going to be talking about some late game money making methods that you yourself can do at home, I guess, if you want to call it like that. But I'm going to be talking about 5 late game Hypixel Skyblock money making methods. But before I get into these money making methods, please leave a like down below and subscribe if you are new. We're going to try now. Our new sub goal is going to be to get to 50 subscribers by January, I guess, January of the year. So we only got 2.5 months left, so let's see if we can do that. But anyways, I'm going to get into these money-making methods. So the first money-making method is actually from the mid-game money-making methods video, but you're going to have to set it up. So before we get into these, I do want to say really quickly, all of these probably are going to take over 100 million coins in items to set up. So beware, this is not for the timid of heart. These are for the players who have bank balances that are probably about 10 times the mid-game player's net worth. So, yeah, definitely. You're going to have a lot of coins, but it will be worth it. So the first method is worm fishing in the crystal hollows. So you're going to need hypermaxed fishing gear for this. So basically, what you're going to need is, you're going to need shark scale armor with submerged. You're going to need submerged shark scale armor. A full set of that. You're also going to need a Rod of the Legends. Okay, Rod of Legends. You're going to need that with Expertise 10. Or, wait, is it Rod of Legends or Rod of the Sea? I'm trying to remember. I think it's Rod of the Sea. I think it's Rod of the Sea. My bad. Rod of the So let me check really quick. I think it's Rod of the Sea. It is Rod of the Sea. So what you want is you want a Expertise 10 lucky, or not lucky, but whatever, I believe it's lucky, Rod of the Sea. So this, along with the submerged shark scale armor and I believe flying fish and squid pet, is what you're going to need. And you're also going to need sorrow armor for the extra magic find as well. You're going to need I don't know if it has to be fully maxed. I believe it just needs to be able to have a lot of magic find on it. And you're also, you're going to need a black cat pet so that way you can kill them. So basically how you want to set this method up is you want to go to the crystal hollows and you want to dig a hole, or you want to find a lava pool. For example, like say I had like a 6x6 or 9x9 lava pool. You want to dig like a 6 or a 9 block hole, about 2 or 3 blocks down. The silverfish are going to spawn. So you're going to have 1 block here, fish them back into a hole. You're going to have a whole layer around you. You fish them up, change your sorrow armor, switch your pet, kill them, repeat that, and then the profit that you can make from this too, if we go to the auction house currently, let's go for a worm mem, and then if I go to the highest price, eventually we're going to run down to the lowest stack. So let's go ahead and look really quick. The lowest stack is 6.75 million. Usually per hour, people have been said to make 8 to 9 million coins an hour. Back when this method was absolutely broken and these were worth like 8 to 9 mil per hour, people were reportedly making 12 to 13 mil per hour, but I think now it's capped at about 9 to 10 mil per hour, so it kind of evens out. This would be a great method. It is on the lower end of the list at the amount you're going to need, but it's still a clean 200 mil to set up for it. Even if you weren't to have all that, you could probably still make 6 mil an hour, even if you didn't have fully submerged shark scale armor and not an Expertise 10 rod and not max pets. You could probably still make 5-6 mil per hour, which that's not a bad method, especially if you are riding into the if you're riding from the mid game into the late game. Then this method could be for you. So the next money-making method is something to do, again, with the mithril mines. It's not the crystal hollows part of the mines, it's the mithril mines themselves. I haven't got that yet, so I'm going to have to go to... I have the Deep Caverns Travel Scroll. I think I do. Yes, I do. So this one is, once again, going to take a bit of a hypermax setup to do. But once you're able to do it, you should be able to do it with ease. So, this method, it's actually been usable once before, but now you need more of a heavy-ended set to do it, and that is ghost farming. So ghost farming used to actually be pretty profitable, but now not so much. Or, I mean, not so much unless you have a good setup. So what you're going to need for this is the method did get knocked out of the running for a while after the strength nerf, because the strength nerf did a lot. It basically killed ghost farming, but with the Jasper gemstones and stuff like that, it kind of brought it back on the table. So you're going to definitely, for this method, you're going to need a soul whip, but you're going to need a one-for-all soul whip. Largely due to the fact that just the basic enchants are not enough anymore. You're also going to be sacrificing lifesteal and a bunch of other effects, so you may die once every little while. You're also going to need an overflux or a plasma flux, because really, you need the extra healing bonuses, and you're going to need to get the extra damage. Required is 3/4 Necron with a Warden helmet, so that right there is about 200 to 300 mil. I think 300 mil is the minimum right now for this. And you're going to also, once you get that, the method you need to do is, I'm probably going to die here, is you're going to want to go around and slap ghosts like this, but obviously not the way I'm doing it, because just look at that, I just died. Wonderful. I lost my god potion and everything. Wonderful. So what you're going to want to do is, I still get 400% speed, and that's nice, is you're going to want to go in a circle-like pattern around them and just spam your soul whip, and then that's going to eventually get you sorrows, and there is a chance to get 1 million coin drops. It used to be a bag of coins, but now it is just now, what are you doing? Okay, it's now just a drop because of dupers and stuff like that. So, yeah, that is a good method. I've heard of people still kind of making clean 7-8 mil per hour if they got really lucky with their RNG, but it makes about 6 to 8 mil. Let's just say conservatively 6 to 8 million coins an hour is what you should estimate making in that process. And once again, it does take a hypermax setup. So once again, I've said once again too many times, it is going to take a lot of money, but this will also be kind of dual-ended, because you'll be able to do a lot of other things with the setup. So once again, just, I keep saying once again like I actually mean what I'm going to say. So yeah, just take it seriously that it is going to take a lot of money, and I'm going to have to get god potions because it's very hard to run around. So really quickly, I'm going to take a quick intermission because I'm going to buy a god potion. So let's go to the AH over here really quickly. You should also do this, god potions, not 1 billion coin god potions. There we go. So now we got a god potion, so we're all good, and we're back in action now. So the third money-making method is leveling up combat pets while doing that. So in the process, you can be doing 2 money-making methods at the same time. I'm not going back down there to lose another 500k, but I'll just explain it. So basically what you want to do while you're doing that is you could level up pets. Now this could be for your game, in your progression, or it could be financially. However, if you're gonna do this, you're gonna need a lot of money, unfortunately. If you're doing low level or lower priced pets, not so much, you could do it. But if you are gonna do this for money, you're gonna need a balance of at least 600 to 700 mil. So this is very, very late game, more than us mid game players will ever see for a while. So basically, if you wanted to level up dragons, you could put a 40% combat XP boost on it, and then just go down and slap things in the slap ghosts or farm revs while Aatrox is mayor, or while Diana is mayor, most likely. You can farm the event as well, and you can level up combat pets, and you can sell them for massive profits. You could get a level 1 legendary dragon pet, And I think you can get it for 200 mil and then sell it for like 600 mil for a profit of 400 mil and a lot of, like, if you wanted to, combat XP or whatever XP you're gonna farm it for. So definitely it's worth it. Also, if you want to just keep the pets, it's worth it too. I mean, that's kind of a method that everyone can use, and universally, I think it's one of those universal methods that works in your favor for you and your wallet at the same time. So the next money making method, and I think this one's a little bit more clear cut, but once again, it's going to take a lot of preparation, is doing the Enderman Slayer. Now, the only reason this is profitable, well, it is profitable for a lot of reasons, not just for one, but the main reason is because of null spheres. You get a lot of null spheres when you do them. So basically, when you do them, you get them, they're worth about 1,400 coins a piece, and you get a lot of them. I've heard of people making around 8 to 12 mil per hour just from doing them. And if you're doing tier 4s, which that takes a lot of concentration, then you can rock, I believe, 16 to 20 mil per hour. Correct me if I'm wrong, but usually I've seen people rocking that kind of money, that would be stupid insane if you could rock that kind of money, especially if you could get that. But you're going to have to get a setup, and I have the list right here. So you're going to need, if you want to survive this, you're going to probably need 3/4 maxed out Final Destination armor with a Warden helmet. You're going to need an Atom Split katana, probably maxed with 1 for all as well, and a bunch of soul flow, so that way you can do the right-click ability and drain your soul flow to get a bunch of ferocity. You're also going to need pretty much every talisman in the game, because you're going to need to do top-tier damage against it, since it's got like 300 mil health. And you're also going to need you're going to need a summoning ring, preferably with mobs from M3 or M4, M5 if you can catch them, because that would be really good to have bodyguards, like 30 calls them, to help you fight the monsters. And you're also going to probably need a Necron blade as well, and the reason why is for the Wither Impact ability, which will heal you to give you a crap ton of absorption hearts, which is just going to overall just really help you out. And it's going to give you a lot of health, and it will also heal you, so so the zombie sword is technically rendered useless here too. So you're also going to need a plasma flux, which you should have if you're grinding ghosts, which is the easier version of this. And you're probably going to also need to get gemstones for your armor and weapons too. So another little thing you could also use as a tip, this is for free as well if you play Badline Client or Lunar. I don't know if they have it for Lunar yet, but if you use mods to help, like finding the glyphs or doing the, I believe, I don't know if there's solvers for it, but I know the glyphs and other things in the hit phase and stuff like that, those really do help, and they're free. They're just a little quality of life thing as well that can just really help you out, because doing tier 4s and tier 3s takes a lot of your focus. It really does. And I've done it. I saw people do them. It takes a lot of focus. I did like a tier 2 and it took all my focus not to die, which is crazy to think about it. But this boss actually added a challenge into the game, which was actually pretty crazy. So not only on top of the null spheres can you make money, but if you get a judgment core drop, you make like what a Necron's handle would cost, so like 700, 800 mil, which is pretty sweet if you're just kind of grinding them casually. But once again, if you're grinding tier 4s, you most likely have a Terminator and a Hyperion and just basically a max setup. So once again, it's no surprise you probably have already bought the stuff to do it. So I mean, I'm not judging all the Skyblock players here, but most likely, if you're grinding them, then you most likely are. So definitely you can make stupid amounts of money from grinding Enderman, and just don't call it at that. It's a really good money making method if you know what you are doing. And once again, it's just something that you have to prepare for over time. So yeah. And the last money-making method for the late game players that I have in this video, at least, is running Master Mode dungeons. Now, this one, it actually makes kind of a bit of sense. Now, I would preferably stick to running Master Mode 3 in the sense of because it gives you fast completion times. So that way you can run and get Master Stars, and Master Skulls as well. So the Master Stars, I believe the Master Stars sell for around 16 to 17 mil per star, and that's a lot of money considering you are a late game player. And if you did like a lot of runs, like let's say 50 to 100 in a day, possibly if you get 2-minute runs, 3-minute runs, then you could get a lot of Master Stars, and you can get Master Skulls too, possibly, which preferably do make quite a bit of money, and they are useful talismans as well. So what you're going to need to set this one up is pretty much a floor 7 setup. So you're going to need 3/4 Necron and a Warden Helm, or you can be full mage if you want to do that. You're probably going to also need a Juju shortbow, and if you want to, you could rock Hyperion here, but if you're doing Enderman Slayers, you probably have everything you need. Or Terminator, if you got Terminator, but most people don't, so Juju is kind of the meta here. And the best, people say, like I said, M3 is the best for completions, and M4 makes the most money. But once again, M4 is very tedious, and Floor 4 in itself is very freaking tedious with its weird Thorn boss fight. So it's really up to you. It's really what you prefer doing. If you prefer slaying Thorn a lot, then you could do it, but I believe people prefer M3, even though it makes a little less money. You also get the chance to get a lot of Catacombs XP. You'll actually get a little more than just doing floor 7s for less work. So that's actually a pretty good perk right there, and it really can make you a lot of money too, and you'll get Catacombs experience. And if Paul is mayor, then well, you got Izpiz, so that means you don't have to go through all the rooms, which you already didn't have to do that anyways. And you also get the chance for better drops, so Master Star drops are increased, and you can make even more money. And if you can do fast enough runs during Paul, I've heard of people making like, I don't know, 20-30 mil an hour. This is actually kind of crazy to think about that, but you know what? It is possible. It is very much possible to grab 30 mil an hour, which that's just stupid to think that if you went from mid-game to making 6 mil an hour to now making 30 mil an hour, you know what? Good for you. Good for you. But in conclusion, a lot of these methods do cost a lot of money to set up, but in the end, they do make you quite a bit of money at the end of the day. And really, there are a lot of money-making methods. This game is very diverse in its systems, so definitely there's a lot of ways. You can make pretty much anything you do a money-making method, so once again, really, you just don't have to play it. Well, you have to play, but you don't have to do much thinking. If you want to make a money-making method, go ahead. Share it with me in the comments below if you have other money-making methods that you want me to discuss about and show you, or if you want me to show you more money-making methods, please leave a comment down below asking that. But hopefully you did enjoy this video. I know it was quite a long video. It's nearly as long as the mid-game money-making methods video, which that video 250 views. That's crazy in just 3 days, too. That's really crazy. So hopefully you did enjoy, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.